Against Johnny Vaughn continues this morning at the courthouse in downtown Montgomery. Also today, the case against Johnny Vaughn continues this morning at the courthouse in downtown Montgomery after a 3-day hiatus over the weekend. On Thursday, the prosecution rested after putting on a relatively short presentation to the jury consisting of only a handful of witnesses. Some analysts have argued that the case so far is wholly circumstantial. For their part, however, the district attorney's office seems content with the strength of their case, whether circumstantial or not. As Dilbert Washington, the assistant DA, argued in his opening statement, sometimes you don't need to see the raindrops yourself to know it's raining. Sometimes it's enough if you see lightning, you hear thunder, and someone walks into your house carrying a wet umbrella. In any event, circumstantial or not, the prosecution's case has been made. This morning, it's expected that the defense will make a formal motion for judgment as a matter of law to dismiss the case against Vaughn for lack of sufficient evidence to convict. For more on this, we go downtown now to our reporter-at-large, Deborah Hayden, standing coincidentally in the rain on the courthouse steps. Deborah.
That's right, Michael. Johnny Vaughn's lawyer, Mason Jackson, has already made it clear that he believes the case should be dismissed on legal grounds alone. We'll see what happens in court today in just a few minutes. But my sources tell me that as dramatic as that might sound, this is nothing more than a routine motion. Made by all defendants in virtually every case, it's one that's routinely denied. Assuming this is the outcome this morning, then the next question is how Mr. Jackson proposes to defend his client. What defense will Johnny Vaughn mount? As of this morning, the information we have is that Mr. Jackson won't actually call any witnesses because he doesn't have any. No alibi witnesses, no witnesses to counter the DNA evidence against his client. Not even any expert witnesses. Which leaves only Johnny Vaughn himself. Does Johnny Vaughn take the stand in his own defense? That is the question, and it's a tricky one. You hear it said over and over how dangerous it is for a defendant to open himself to cross-examination. That said, what choice does Johnny Vaughn actually have? In which case, you can expect a fairly explosive day down here at the courthouse. Did Johnny Vaughn murder his own girlfriend? Did Johnny Vaughn kill Bunny Loving? Apparently there's no one else to tell the jury he didn't. No one else but Johnny himself. Michael?
Bolted the door, Mom.
Sorry about that.
Why'd you lock me out?
I didn't. I always lock the door at night. I just didn't unlock it this morning, that's all.
You afraid I'll attack you in your sleep? I am gay, Mom, remember?
Touché. But it's not you I'm worrying about. There's a man in 14F who... I don't know, he creeps me out. If I see him getting into the elevator, I head the other direction. I'm sure he's harmless. Well, maybe not 100% sure. So yeah, I've decided to keep my door locked.
Sounds awful.
And he stinks, too. Like yeast. I don't know...
Enough, really. I get the point. So, what are you working on?
Still just the intro. You know, trying to figure out how we're going to frame this.
You getting anywhere with that?
Not really. Well, not yet. I'll put it that way. I guess the thing is to emphasize the relationship between Bunny and Johnny. How they met when they were little, how rough he was, how sweet she was, that sort of thing. Leading up to the murder, so everyone understands why the police arrested him in the first place. But after that, I don't know.
You're still holding on to some hope we're going to be able to make this into a wrongful conviction case?
That's the point of our podcasts, right?
Yeah, I suppose. But I'm not so sure about this one. Or actually, I am. I don't think we're going to unearth a shred of evidence that he's not guilty.
What about all the recordings Paul's been sending us from Montgomery? We have some pretty good material, I think. I'm not sure where it's going, but some of it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm not convinced.
So what about you? What have you been working on?
Just listening to the various tapes, doing my research. Jesus, we've got hours and hours and hours of recordings to listen to now. Hours. Just the trial alone is going to take, I don't know, days to get through. It was a quick trial as far as murder trials are concerned. It was 2 weeks, because Johnny didn't exactly mount a defense. But that's still 9 full days, 7 hours a day, so 63 hours. I'm through most of it, listening to it sped up to 1.5. And yeah, some of it's good, but there's nothing in there that shouts innocent to me. Nothing.
What about the other stuff Paul's been digging up? You know, with the police? You don't think there might be something there?
I have no idea where that stuff is going. No idea at all. I'm not sure Paul knows.
Yeah, I'll admit it. I'm still not sure what Paul's really doing down there.
When's he coming home anyway? I thought he was supposed to be back here today. By this afternoon. I thought he might be here. What do you mean,
I got a text this morning. He said he was missing his flight.
What? Why?
He didn't text you, too?
No. No, he did not.
Well, I don't exactly blame him. He knows you're not really into this one.
Yeah, I suppose.
He knows you think he's just indulging himself. Taking a business trip back home to Montgomery. To go see his dad. To lay his mom to rest. Whatever. You didn't exactly hide your feelings about it.
That's not fair, Molly. Jeez, I understand him going. I'm empathetic. I just don't think we're going to dig anything up to justify a season on it. And well, we only have so much money to spend, right? And last season didn't bring in what we thought it would. We've got more listeners now, but advertising revenue's down. It's a competitive market. It's true crime. And just this morning, I got a call from my contact up in New Hampshire. You know Mark Blaustein, the kid who supposedly shot his teacher? Mark's agreed to an interview. My own take is, we're better off pursuing that one.
I hear ya.
So when's he coming back? That $1,000 we gave him must have pretty much run out by now.
I don't know. He didn't say. Just he was missing his flight.
Ugh, I don't like the sound of that.
I'll give him a call. Let's grab a bite in the kitchen first. I'm starved. But after that, I'll give him a call.
Yeah, sure. Just don't let him sweet talk you, Mom, okay? He should get his ass back up here, and we should circle the wagons. If there's anything here to this one, it's on him to make a convincing case, right?
Fair enough. Let's go get something to eat. I've got some cheesecake in the fridge.
Yeah.
Molly, what's up?
Paul?
Yeah.
You okay? You sound a bit winded.
Sorry, I didn't want to be seen.
Where are you?
Selma, in a parking lot behind a dumpster.
What? That sounds... Selma, Alabama? What are you doing in Selma? I thought you were supposed to be coming back up here today. What's going on? Are you in any danger?
Danger? No. I didn't want to be seen.
What are you doing?
I'm following someone.
Who? What's going on? What are you doing in Selma?
It's a long story. It seems as if there was another reporter writing for the Sentinel here in Selma, a man by the name of Neil Drake.
What does this have to do with Bunny and Johnny?
Well, this reporter, Neil Drake, he was investigating something in Montgomery. Something big. He was asking questions at the police department around the same time Bunny was murdered and Johnny was arrested. It seems like maybe he was onto something. I don't know.
And this is connected to Johnny, you think? Who are you following? I'm not sure I understand.
I started looking for whatever I could find to figure out what Drake might have been working on. You know, to see if there might have been a connection. The problem is, nothing had been published yet in the Selma Sentinel, and he committed suicide, shot himself, about the same time Johnny was being arrested. His body was discovered. This was outside in the woods somewhere. Pretty gross. The body was decomposed. A pistol in his hand. Anyway, I talked to his editor at the Sentinel, you know, to find out what Drake was working on at the time of his death. This was 15 years ago now, though, and the editor doesn't remember much. I'll send you the recording, but I didn't learn much from her.
And you're starting to piss me off, Paul. I'm not following this. What exactly does this have to do with Johnny?
Turns out, listen up, turns out the same officers who were investigating Bunny's murder, the same policemen who basically decided Johnny Vaughn was guilty, were also in charge of what turns out to be a very brief investigation into Neil Drake's cause of death. It seems like they decided it was suicide without much of an investigation into the circumstances. You know, the same way they decided Johnny was guilty?
So,
I don't know, there's something here, I can feel it.
So what are you doing behind this dumpster?
He wasn't even 30 when he died. He was a kid, trying to make a name for himself at the paper. But he had a daughter. This daughter, Margot, that's her name, Margot Drake. She was only 2 at the time. Now she's 17.
And this is who you're following?
I was.
You're starting to scare me.
I was going to talk to her, but then she met up with some of her friends and I just sort of... Never mind. I was just curious where they were going, and then they turned around. I think they heard my footsteps.
Brilliant. You're a creeper now.
I was going to talk to her.
So how long are you going to stay in Selma? When are you coming back to New York? We need to sit down. Figure out if there's anything here worth pursuing. That's why I was calling. To see what you've got so far? Where you're going with this? Because listen, Paul, Stanley says we've got a decision to make. He says we don't have much slack here. Actually, he got another lead today. The story out of New Hampshire? The Blaustein kid agreed to an interview. And apparently there was a witness who says the police...
Sorry. I don't mean to cut you off, but I don't have the bandwidth for that right now.
So when are you coming back?
I don't know. Tomorrow, probably. I need to talk to this girl first.
Margot.
Yeah, Margot Drake. I don't know. Maybe she can tell me something about her dad.
Even though she was only 2.
What's that?
You said she was 2 when he shot himself, right? So, I'm not sure what she can tell you. Maybe her mother, his wife? Maybe that would be a better bet?
They weren't married. She ran off, he took the baby. Basically, the kid's an orphan.
Got it. Well, good luck. Let me know how it goes.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? On the Bible. Put your hand on the Bible right there.
Yes, sir.
State your name for the record.
Johnny Vaughn.
Your full legal name.
Sir?
Your name on your birth certificate.
Oh, it's Jonathan Bovine Vaughn.
Order. One more outburst. Any outburst, and I'll clear the courtroom. Understand? Mr. Jackson, he's your witness. You've got the floor.
Mr. Vaughn, you mind if I call you Johnny?
That's my name.
Thank you. Now, Johnny, I know it's not easy. Come up here, take a seat in front of a judge, a jury, a courtroom packed with people thinking you're guilty of nearly decapitating your own girlfriend, Bunny Loving. A girl beloved by this whole community. So, I appreciate you might be nervous. You might not know exactly where to start. But what I do know is, it's your right. Come sit in this chair, explain yourself. Tell this jury, tell this judge exactly what happened the night of the 6th of May. Properly. Now, Johnny, seeing as how you might be nervous, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to start this off right at the beginning. Long before the night in question, May 6th, the night your beloved girlfriend, Bunny, was killed. I'm going to go back in time, and I'm going to ask you how you and Bunny first met. In your own words now, without any help from me, from anyone, just in your own words, how is it you and Bunny came to meet?
Bunny and me? It was so long ago, we was just kids, tots. I could tell you, it was so long ago, I don't remember. But I do remember. I remember exactly the first time I saw her. It was in the 3rd grade. The second time I took the 3rd grade, not the first.
The man in the second row, Taylor, that man. Yeah, that man. Out of my court. Now, this is my last warning. One more outburst and it's everyone. Understand? Please continue, Mr. Jackson.
Johnny, you were saying in the 3rd grade,
Yeah, see, up until that year, I was 1 grade ahead of her, so I never seen her. Then when they flunked me and Wolf, that's Tommy Pritchard, we was in the same class together. Mrs. Lewis's 3rd grade class. I seen her. The first day she walked through the doors, yeah, I remember when I seen her. I remember the shirt she was wearing, this plaid shirt, red and yellow, a pattern on it. Well, I can remember the red and the yellow. I can remember her blonde hair and a ponytail. I can remember her shoes, these red shoes like sandals. And I don't know, not exactly sandals, but not sneakers neither. You know, it was like little girl shoes. But most of all, what I remember staring at her.
Objection, Your Honor. Relevance. Where's the defense going with this?
Overruled.
Johnny?
I remember. Yeah. See, I remember seeing her freckles, seeing her lips, her nose, and then her eyes, and realizing she was looking right back at me too. And we smiled. Right then. Well, how old were we? We were, I don't know, 8, 9 years old. And we looked at one another. We smiled and we both knew one day the two of us, we was going to get married.
Were you boyfriend and girlfriend back then, Johnny? I mean, in grade school?
So sometimes, I mean, we always knew it was going to be us, you know, but we was kids. We did what kids do, you know. If I had known, though, I mean, if I'd have known the day would come, I wouldn't have her no more. I wouldn't have wasted any of that time. I regret that, yeah. I regret that.
Okay, Johnny. Are you getting your feet underneath you? A little less nervous now?
Yeah, sure, yeah. I guess.
Okay. Let's move forward in time, then. Not all the way to May 6th. Let's go to the start of this year. January, February. What is your relationship with Bunny now? At the start of this year. You're together, aren't you? You're a couple.
Yeah. We're a couple. I mean, we were a couple. I mean, well, everything was good. Real good. It's been real good for I don't know, basically for, since I say sophomore year, on and off sometimes. But we've been, well, see, I got my own place back in October last year after I got the job at the warehouse doing some construction too on weekends. Bunny was working over at the Arby's, the one on 28th, you know, off 28th up by the high school. So we both had money. I got my own place, my own truck. We was practically living together. Apologies to her family because, you know, we didn't have no approval yet. And half the time, yeah, she still slept at home with her mommy and her daddy, sure. But the truth is, most of the time she slept in my bed with me. We weren't married yet, but hell, that's what we was going to do that night. We were going to go to Prattville, get ourselves hitched up. Justice of the peace. I already got us a certificate, took my blood test. Well, I was just waiting on her
Okay,
to,
Johnny,
you know, to...
hang on. We'll get to the night in question. We'll get to the 6th of May in due course. But first, before we get there, there's a few issues to resolve. Okay? You'll remember now, listening to the previous testimony to the prosecution's case, they put on testimony, you'll remember, that there may have been an element of violence in your relationship with Bunny. Do you remember that testimony? That you hit her? That you hit Bunny from time to time? What do you say to that? Johnny?
Well, I admit it.
Louder, Johnny. I can't hear you. Tell the court. Tell the jury. Face the jury. Tell them. Exactly, Johnny. Not in general terms. Tell them about this violence.
I hit her, yeah. I think it must have been I don't know, 3 times, 4 times. I mean, I can remember each time because it hurt me too. It really hurt. Not more than that, 3 times. That's what I remember.
How hard did you hit her?
Hard.
How hard? Hard enough to bruise her?
Yeah.
In the face?
Yeah, in the face.
In the arms? On the shoulders? On the ribs?
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes.
Why, Johnny?
Well, on account of... Well, each time... If I could go back now...
You can't go back, Johnny. What's done is done. What I'm asking you now is why you did what you did then.
On account of what she done.
And what was that? What had she done to you to deserve it? In your mind alone, Johnny. What had she done to deserve to be beaten?
Well, there was this guy.
Go on.
Grant.
Was this Grant Beresford?
Yeah, Grant Beresford.
Was she unfaithful to you? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, fucking thought so, maybe.
Louder, Johnny. I can't hear you. We can't hear you. This is important.
I thought so. Maybe not. But for me, I mean, it was a lack of respect.
Okay, so you acknowledge, you take responsibility, Johnny, for a few instances of violence in your relationship with Bunny. You beat her when you clearly shouldn't have. Even if you had cause, you admit now it was a mistake.
Yes, sir, I do. It was a mistake. I done wrong. But I didn't kill her.
Hang on, Johnny. We'll get to the night of the 6th. Hang on. All I'm asking you now is, in response to this testimony, you admit what you did in the past. You accept responsibility.
Yes, sir.
Now, leading up to the night of the 6th of May, we've also heard testimony from the prosecution witnesses that there was talk in school, talk among Bunny's friends, that Bunny was going to go to the prom. Is that right? You were aware Bunny had plans to go to prom with someone from your class. She wasn't going to go with you, as you say, to Prattville. She was planning instead to go to prom.
No, sir.
No? Do you deny the testimony of these other witnesses, Johnny?
No, sir. I don't deny it. I mean, maybe it's true. Maybe she was planning to go to the prom. I don't know. Maybe she had those plans because... we was in a fight, see? I mean, a couple of weeks before the prom, we was fighting. She wasn't spending every night with me like before. And I was upset. But she was coming with me. We was getting married as we planned. There wasn't no one else for Bunny. And she might have told someone she might go with him to the prom, but on that night I heard from her. We agreed, we knew, we decided...
Hang on, Johnny. We'll get to the night of the 6th in a moment. Let me ask you this first. Let's say the rumors, the other testimony, let's say it was true. Do you know who this other person was? From your class? This other person, this boy. Do you know who he was? Who Bunny might have been planning to go to prom with?
No, sir. I didn't know nothing about it, nothing. She was coming with me. That's what I knew. She was coming with me to Prattville to get married.
Could it have been Grant? Now, before you answer that, consider this. Could he have been angry, this other person? Let's say it was Grant. Grant Beresford. Timothy Beresford's oldest son. Now, consider this. Like I said, could this other person, could Grant, could he have been upset if, like you say, Bunny was going to juke him? Bunny was going to stand him up? Stand up someone like Grant Beresford? The nerve of her, of Bunny loving, to stand up a Beresford.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained. Mr. Jackson, you're asking questions. You're not testifying.
I understand. Thank you, Your Honor. Now, Johnny, could someone like that have been upset when he learned Bunny was not going to go to prom with him after all? She was going to go with you to Prattville instead to get married. Could this have upset him enough to say, to lash out at Bunny? Maybe assault her?
Objection, Your Honor.
To rape her?
Sustained.
To hit her? To strike her?
That's enough, Mr. Jackson. Enough. The objection is sustained. The jury will be advised to ignore this last question. Order. Order.
I don't know, Stanley. I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this one.
Really, Molly? That is music to my ears. I mean, the guy killed his girlfriend. It's clear as day. He's an abusive, violent, fucked up bastard. A hick, you know? A redneck son of a bitch with an uncontrollable temper.
Careful, Stan. You're letting your New York show. Not to mention you're forgetting Paul was his classmate.
Hey, I'm born and raised in Maryland, girlfriend. Don't you know that? And my Grammy lives in Charlotte. Like, I don't mean it like that. I just mean everything we know. Johnny killed her. He got angry, he lashed out, he killed her. Who else would have done it, you know? I mean, I just don't get why we're treating this like an Innocence Project case. There's no mystery here. She disrespected him, in his mind anyway, and he hit her, he lashed out just like he'd done before, probably countless times. Only this time he went too far. What? You've got that Molly look on your face now. Molly? What? You're thinking something else?
I'm not saying I necessarily disagree with you.
But you do.
No, I'm not sure what I'm thinking. But that's not what I was getting at. You know when I said I've got a bad feeling?
So tell me.
I don't know. It's just something in my gut. Something about...
Say it. Something about what?
You're the producer. I'm not sure I should be saying this to you.
If not me, then who? What is it, Molly? What's eating you?
I don't know, okay? It's just... I know I'm the one who wanted to give him a little rope.
Paul, you mean?
Yeah, Paul. And he's the co-host. I shouldn't
Just spit it out, Molly. If it's bothering you like this, it must be something important.
Yeah, but I'm not sure what it is. Just a bad feeling.
About Paul? About Paul?
Yes.
What about Paul?
I don't know. I just get the feeling... Maybe it's because this is personal for him, you know? This guy, Johnny, he beat Paul up when they were in school together. He bullied him. Now suddenly Paul is down there, going to bat for him? Believing him? I mean, I don't know. There's just something off here. I can't put my finger on it.
Personally, I don't mean to be contrary, Moll, but I think that's the best thing we've got going for us on this one.
You think? Because I'm starting to think, I don't know, maybe things might be taking a darker turn.
What kind of darker turn? What do you mean?
I'm not sure. It's just there's something off about it.
Maybe just because Johnny Vaughn did it. Because it's so obvious he murdered Bunny. So we don't really have a show here, right? No Unsolved Crime Watch Season 3, no awards, no new revenue. Just a colossal waste of time. You don't think maybe that's what might be bothering you?
I don't know, Stan. I'm telling you, it's more than that. It's the way Paul is behaving.
Look, Mal, I get it. Sure, this got off to a bit of a weird start. I've been saying all along, we're chasing a ghost. All we're ever going to find here is Johnny Vaughn is a monster who deserves to be locked up for the rest of his life, but...
Yeah?
Well, like I said, I don't want to be contrary, but if we do have an angle on this case, an angle that might end up giving us a story worth telling, it's actually a pretty unique angle. I mean, Paul is going back to the town, back down south to the town where he grew up. And he's investigating a murder allegedly committed by this guy who made his life a living hell when he was in high school, right? So he's got every incentive to prove the guy's guilty, or at least that he deserves whatever punishment's been meted out to him. But for whatever reason, he's working hard, real hard, trying to find things that exonerate him. Or at least it appears that way, from the recordings he's been feeding us.
Yeah, I don't know, Stanley. I really don't know. I can't figure out what Paul thinks he's doing. And I can't exactly figure out what's bothering me about it either. I've just got this feeling. Something's off.
You want my opinion? I agree with you. I mean, I don't know what's bothering you, and I sure as hell can't figure Paul out either right now. But Mo, if we're going to spend $1,000, we might as well get something for it. And like I said, about the only thing of any interest here to me, I get it might be different for you, the only thing of any interest is what Paul's actually doing down there. And that's our story, if we've got one. That's our story right there.
Which is probably also why I've got a strange feeling about this.
And around we go.
Yeah, all the way around. Right back to, well, to Paul.
Margot?
Who's there?
My name's Paul Warren. I'm a journalist, like your father.
What do you want?
Can I talk to you for a minute?
You've been following me. I seen you.
If you just open the door for a second, I can explain.
I'll call security.
Well, what does he want?
He's some journalist or something.
Well, yeah, what does he want then?
I just want to ask you a couple of questions, Margot, about your father.
What about my father? My dead father? Or my foster father?
Neil Drake, your biological father.
He's dead.
Why don't you see what he wants, Margot? He's kind of cute.
He's been following me.
Look, Margot, it's just a couple of questions.
Just open the door. Let's talk to him.
5 minutes, Margot. That's all it'll take.
What do you want? You're a reporter? You writing something about my dad?
Hey, thanks. Not writing. It's for a podcast. Your dad was working on something when he died. I just want to ask you what you know about it.
Are you serious? I was like 2 years old. He shot himself, and that's when I had to go into foster care.
It's not so bad, foster care, is it?
Shut up.
His things, his papers, do you know what happened to them?
What was he working on?
I'm not sure, actually. A story about the police over in Montgomery, I think. Police corruption, maybe. He was digging around, asking questions.
Like you?
Yeah, I guess, like me.
I don't even remember him.
So what about his papers? Do you know where they are?
There are some boxes, but they're not papers. They're things, like his old computer. Shit, you know? And then a whole lot of tapes.
Tapes? You mean like...
Cassette tapes. There's an old cassette player, too.
You ever listen to them?
Are you kidding me?
You have them here?
No.
Where are they? Can I take a look at them?
I don't know. I just met you.
But you know where they are?
In storage, yeah.
They could be important. Will you show them to me?
I don't know.
They could be really important, Margot. They could even be, connected to why he died.
Pay her.
Teresa!
I'm just saying, if he wants them so bad.
I've got $100.
Okay.
200.
Teresa.
145. It's all I've got, see?
Okay.
Give it. Give it here. Give it to her.
Will you take me there? To the storage?
Sure. Okay, when?
Some of that's mine.
Now?
Captain Purser?
Who's this?
Captain Antoine Purser, Montgomery Police. My name's Neil Drake. I'm a reporter with the Selma...
How'd you get this number?
Does it matter?
Yeah, it matters. Who the fuck's giving out my private line?
Tell you what, we can make a trade.
What the fuck you want? You're a reporter?
You answer a couple of questions, I tell you who gave me this number.
You know what's gonna happen to whoever gave it to you?
I can guess.
No, you can't, boy.
So, we have a deal?
You know what it means to play with fire, boy?
Just a couple of questions.
Watch your back.
What's that supposed to mean?
Friendly fucking advice. Watch your back.
Are you threatening me? Wow.
So how's this, Stan? 15 years ago.
What's this? The intro?
Yeah. I know you're working on it, too.
No, that's okay, Mal. If you've got something, I haven't even really started yet. Like I said, I'm not convinced. I'm listening to the tapes, but I'm not writing anything yet.
I just thought maybe it would help. To focus our minds if we set out what this case is about, what the stakes are.
So go ahead. Read. Show me what you've got.
Okay. It's just a first draft, so don't be too critical.
Read, Molly.
15 years ago, on an unseasonably warm and humid night in the middle of May, prom night at Montgomery High School in the very heart of Alabama, a popular high school senior, dressed in her white prom dress, was brutally murdered on a back road leading out of town. The murder sent shockwaves through the community. Bunny Loving wasn't homecoming queen. She wasn't class valedictorian. She hadn't starred in the high school production of Oklahoma, which the school had just put on with great success. She was smart, smarter than most people knew. But she wasn't top of her class academically. She hardly ever raised her hand in class. Class and then class. Repetitions, my Achilles heel. I have to change that. She hardly ever raised her hand.
Pet peeve.
An
Achilles heel is a weakness. You mean a pet peeve. Repetitions.
Whatever. She hardly ever raised her hand and didn't seek to distinguish herself from the other students. As popular as she was, almost no one even really knew her. Knew who she was underneath her shy smile. The sweet, quiet, docile mask she wore almost always, without fail. And yet, everyone did seem to know who Bunny was. Everyone did seem to like her, indeed, to love her, universally. All around town, Bunny Loving was considered the epitome of Southern charm, and of the promise of her own seemingly inexhaustible youth. The Loving family wasn't an affluent family, or a particularly close family. Bunny's father was a machinist at a factory owned by the powerful Beresford family. Ooh, family. Ugh. Bunny's father was a machinist at a factory owned by the powerful Beresford clan. Her mom was a maid, coincidentally working from time to time at the Beresford house in Hyacinth Valley, on the outskirts of Montgomery. A mansion that had been passed down through generations, originally built by slave owners in the late 18th century. And yet, as humble as Bunny's roots may have been, there was something about Bunny, something special, something wonderful. An angel is how her friends have described her. One friend even went so far as to say she was like a flower, a white lily, growing in a heap of garbage. A somewhat unforgiving description of the people around her, perhaps, but an image which does convey a certain message, and one which resonates, which sticks to me whenever I think about Bunny. Despite the odds against her, Bunny Loving wasn't going to be sucked back down into the morass that had spawned her. Not sure I like that. Morass might not be the best word. And spawned? I'll come back to that. Birthed. Bunny Loving wasn't going to be sucked back down into the morass that had birthed her. Given birth to her.
It's just a first draft, Moll.
In fact, at the time of her murder, Bunny had had everything to live for. In the year prior, she had begun to spend time with Grant Beresford, scion of the Beresford family whose house her mother cleaned, in whose factory her father worked. And just a few months before, this quiet, shy, unassuming young woman had gotten herself into LSU on the strength of her grades alone, where she planned to study medicine. And yet, as in the most tragic stories of Thomas Hardy and Emile Zola, Bunny Loving's own character contained a flaw, a fatal flaw, which seemed destined somehow to grab hold of her as she rose up from this garbage heap where she had been born, and to yank her back down into its filth just as she was about to escape. The name of this fatal flaw? Johnny Vaughn. So, let's talk about Johnny Vaughn. Because as much as this story is about Bunny Loving, this story is also about Johnny Vaughn. Like Bunny, Johnny Vaughn came from equally humble origins. The Vaughn family was notorious in Montgomery. Notoriously rough, notoriously poor, notoriously mean. Billy Roy Vaughn was a huge man. 6'3", beefy, a truck driver working local deliveries for the same factory where Bunny's dad worked as a machinist. That is, when he was working, because Billy Roy Vaughn was in and out of jail for domestic abuse, beating not just his wife, but his sons. And let's talk about those sons. There were 6 of them. The Vaughn brothers. All of them rough, all of them poor, all of them mean. As of this podcast, 3 of them are serving time in prison. 4, counting Johnny. Billy Jr., the oldest, for arson. Elliot, the next in line, for assault and battery. Colin, the next in line, for armed robbery. Only Seth and Dylan aren't locked up right now, and that's because Seth is on parole and Dylan is dead. Johnny, the youngest, was perhaps the closest to an exception among Billy Vaughn's sons. Unlike his older brothers, he hadn't been arrested before graduating from high school. He was on the football team, though not exactly a standout athlete, and he hadn't dropped out at 16. He had even gotten himself a job at a warehouse, which he worked in the evenings, as much as 10 hours a week despite being in school, despite his commitment to the football team. And on weekends, he'd signed on as a grunt for a local construction company, with an eye toward one day becoming a carpenter himself. The reason? Bunny Loving. Not just to afford a truck, not just to pay rent, but to better himself, in his own words, so one day he could deserve a girl as fine as Bunny Loving to call his wife. And yet, unlike Bunny, Johnny Vaughn wasn't destined to escape the gravity of the garbage dump he'd also been born into. Unlike Bunny, there was no chance whatsoever that Johnny would leave Montgomery one day. Not a chance in hell. Because as much as Johnny wanted to deserve a woman like Bunny, Johnny was, and always would be, a Vaughn. The only question, when Bunny met Johnny, when Bunny and Johnny fell in love, like a Southern trailer park Romeo and Juliet. Ooh, maybe that's too harsh. Trailer park? What do you think?
Run with it. It's the truth, right?
The only question, when Bunny met Johnny, when Bunny and Johnny fell in love, like a Southern trailer park Romeo and Juliet, the single question was, which of the two forces driving their arcs would finally control their destiny? Because their destiny was mutual. From the moment they met, they were destined to be joined together. This flower, this lily, and this thug. The question was it to be drawn back down into the rat warren of ills that threatened to suffocate them both? Or somehow, magically, to be lifted into another, lighter, and more beautiful reality somewhere else, beyond the futility of their lives in Montgomery?
That might be just a tad too hyperbolic.
Yeah, maybe. But the gist is right, don't you think?
So far, but you haven't even gotten to the murder yet, or Johnny's conviction.
I'm getting there. Just a sec. Okay. So let's return now to where we began this story, to that unseasonably warm and humid night in the middle of May, 15 years ago. Prom night. The night Bunny was murdered. The night Bunny's body was found on the side of the road, just outside Montgomery, only a few hundred yards from the old quarry owned by the Beresford family. Her head nearly decapitated from her body by a single vicious slice of a hunting knife. In the wake of the murder, the police acted swiftly. Within a week, Johnny Vaughn had been arrested. There were no other suspects. Not one. The police investigation had been brief. Some would say too brief. The only evidence against Johnny? His lie, that he hadn't left the motel room at the Quality Inn in a small town about 30 miles east of Montgomery, where he had been waiting, he said, for Bunny. Waiting for her to join him, so the two could elope. Johnny had told the police that he had remained in his room all that night, waiting. Video evidence emerged, though, that he'd visited a Circle K market in Montgomery, only about 2 miles from the scene of the murder, about the time the medical examiner determined the murder would have taken place. The medical examiner also found evidence that Bunny had been raped, and DNA results confirmed the existence of Johnny's semen. A subsequent search of Johnny's apartment also revealed blood residue on his hunting knife. Blood that matched Bunny's DNA profile. And yet, from the earliest days of the investigation, Johnny himself has insisted he is innocent. That although he had in fact beaten Bunny on more than one occasion during the course of their relationship, he would never have killed her. Never, he says. Never. The question remains. Did the Montgomery police rush to judgment simply because Johnny was a Vaughn? Or, perhaps, for some much darker, much more opaque reason of their own? Did they fasten on Johnny as the murderer because he was a convenient target? To protect someone else, or something else, from coming into the light? Did the police cover up something else? Some other much darker, much more sinister forces? Not sure of that word. Forces. Maybe should be interests? Did the police cover up something else? Some other much darker, much more sinister interests? Ooh, still not sure. Much more sinister forces. Or interests. One or the other. Or something else.
Interests.
Much more sinister interests, which might somehow have accounted for Bunny's murder? Because that's what lies at the heart of this story. Underneath the drama, underneath the pain, underneath the shattered dreams. Not just the twisted, ill-fated love that drew Bunny and Johnny together like 2 astral comets in some grotesquely dark night. But the morass... there's that word again, morass. But the rot of corruption that lay beneath Montgomery 15 years ago, that very same hot and humid night in May, and still might lie there today. Its tendrils curling up and grabbing hold not just of Bunny, but of Johnny too, pulling them back down into the garbage heap they were seeking to escape, gagging them, silencing them, until perhaps today. So, what do you think?
He's guilty.
Stanley.
I'm just saying, it doesn't matter how melodramatic you make this. The fact is, Johnny's still guilty. He sliced Bunny's throat. It's going to be a stretch, you know what I mean? Trying to make this into anything other than that. You can't sugarcoat it. He's a monster, you know? That's what everyone's going to hear, no matter what else we say.
So, when was the last time you opened this?
I don't know. Years ago? 3 years? No, probably when I was about 12.
The lock is rusted. It doesn't want to turn.
You sure?
There it goes. There it goes. Wow.
Yeah, he had a lot of junk. It's been sitting here in this locker for about 15 years now. I don't even know what's here mostly. I mean, I haven't wanted to look through any of it. Maybe there's something valuable. I don't know.
And the tapes. Margot, your dad's tapes?
In these boxes, over there.
Holy shit, there's hundreds of them.
Yeah, thousands.
But you haven't listened to them?
I played like, I don't know, maybe 15 minutes on one of them. But to tell the truth, it kind of just makes me sad. Hearing his voice. I don't remember it or anything. I was 2 when he shot himself, but still, it's my dad's voice, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Your dad died too?
Mine? No, he's alive. I haven't seen him in, I don't know, 15 years, but he's alive. Down here somewhere.
Why?
Hmm?
Why haven't you seen him?
Long story. Haven't even spoken to him. You don't mind if I just take these? I mean, I can bring them back. I'll make copies.
No, whatever. I'm not gonna listen to them anyway. You can just keep them.
It's your dad's voice. Like you said.
Really. I'm not gonna listen to them. Anyway, if they sit here much longer, they'll probably go bad, right? Tape will lose its... whatever it is.
Magnetism.
Yeah, right. Magnetism.
Okay then. Thanks. Not sure this lock is gonna work again.
Just try it.
Wow, got it.
Cool.
I was thinking.
Yeah?
You want to, I don't know, go grab a bite with me somewhere?
I'm 17.
I know. I'm not. I just thought maybe you're hungry. We can talk a little.
17.
Yeah, right. 17. I get it. You don't look 17, though.
Okay.
What?
Okay. Let's go get something to eat.
Really?
My birthday's next week. I'll be 18.
Really? I mean, you're not just...
Go, okay? Drive. Before I change my mind.
Neil Drake, Selma Sentinel, April 10th. Here's what I know so far, or what I think I know anyway. 1. Timothy Beresford is CEO of Beresford Enterprises, which is the main holding company for the Beresford family's interests. The LLC is closely held, so I'm not really sure who owns what. But from what I've been able to piece together, 100% of the company is held by family members. Timothy's brother, Philip, for example, runs the old mining company, and I'm pretty sure he must own a good piece of it himself. Philip's daughter, Daisy, runs a number of the fast food franchises doing business in Montgomery, but I don't know how much of the ownership has been passed down to the next generation yet. For example, I don't know that Timothy's son, Grant, owns anything at all, and I'm pretty sure he doesn't do anything for the family yet, except to help his dad. Anyway, for all intents and purposes, Timothy is the one controlling the LLC. That's point one. Timothy Beresford is the family's patriarch, in charge of the Beresford LLC, Beresford Enterprises. 2. The LLC's holdings are extensive. There's the old mining operation, which is still running. There's the properties, the franchises, the chain of local markets, and then the most important moneymaker, from what I can see, the factory and the warehouse. It's like, I don't know, like trying to crack some kind of code, just trying to find out what they're making there. But again, from what I can see, it seems to me the factories are doing some sort of contract work for the government, the Defense Department. I got a peek into the warehouse and I saw what looked like a gigantic propeller, you know, a ship's propeller. Looked high-tech, like it was made out of titanium or something. Not something I know anything about, but my guess, they're doing some kind of secretive work for the Navy, shipbuilding. I don't know, could be anything. Submarines? Who knows how you get contracts like that in the first place, but once you got them, I figure you hang on to them pretty tight. You don't let anyone else know what you're doing. Okay, 3. A man named Ralph Burbank ends up dead. This was, what, nearly a year ago now? Ralph's body gets found at the base of a staircase leading down from a highway overpass. His head is crushed. Like it would be, he fell down 30 concrete stairs drunk. Only there's no blood on the stairs. None. And there's bruising on his cheeks like he's been slugged. Knuckle marks. Oh, and he wasn't drunk. There's whiskey in his stomach. Yes, lots of it. But no alcohol in his bloodstream. 4. Ralph worked at the Beresford factory as an accountant, keeping the books. 5. Despite the bruising, despite the lack of any alcohol in Ralph Burbank's blood, the medical examiner ruled it an accidental death. The certificate says he was drinking, and on his way back to his apartment from the bar, he tripped, fell down a flight of stairs, broke his skull, bled to death internally. 6. Captain Purser, chief of the Montgomery Police, doesn't investigate. Doesn't ask a single question at the inquest. Closes the case. 7. Captain Purser has a secretary, a woman by the name of Ginger Lovin. And lastly, 8. I'm meeting Ginger tonight for drinks. That's the story, anyway. Drinks. As if. Cougar on the prowl. Well, don't say I never took one for the team. Christ.
Yeah? Who is it?
Janine? It's Paul Warren.
What do you want? Don't you ever... you should call first.
I just want a quick word with you. Do you mind if I come inside? Just for a second.
Kazmarek's not here. He's coming back soon, though. I don't know, hon.
Just a few more questions. I'm sorry to surprise you like this.
Yeah. Why did you, then? It's kinda fucked up, you know?
Look, I'm going back to New York soon, but while I'm here, I thought I'd just pop over. I discovered something. Since you're loving Bunny's sister, I figured you could shed some light. I wanted to ask you about it.
Well, 5 minutes. No more. I'm supposed to be getting ready. We're going out tonight? Casmeric's buddies are coming over.
It won't even be 5 minutes. Promise.
Okay, sure. So what's so important then? You discovered something?
Yeah, well, it's kind of complicated. I'm still trying to figure it all out, but there's a strange connection here between Bunny and the police.
The Montgomery police, you mean?
Yeah. Well, let me just ask you this. Who is Ginger Loving? I can't find any record of her here in Montgomery.
Ginger?
Yeah, Ginger.
Well, that's our aunt, Ginger. Bunny's and my auntie.
Must be on your dad's side then, right?
Yeah, our daddy's half-sister.
Half-sister, I see. So same dad, your grandfather, different mothers.
Yep. Ginger come along after Daddy. Years after, I suppose. Let's see. Grandpa Loving got himself divorced after Daddy was born. I don't know, 10 years after? I don't know, something like that. Then he marries this younger woman. Oh, you know the story. They have a baby, a daughter. That's Ginger.
Which means she was about 10 years younger than your dad. Maybe more than that?
That's right.
So growing up, when you were a kid, she wasn't that much older than you. You knew her well?
Not really. I mean, our family, no one really knows anyone else. She didn't want anything to do with Daddy, as I remember.
And Bunny?
What's this about, anyway? Why do you want to know about Ginger?
She worked for the police, right?
Maybe, yeah. I guess so. That was a long time ago, though. I don't know anything about that. She was in the department, I think, but like a secretary. Not a policeman or policewoman or whatever, just working there. Admin, whatever you call it. Why are you asking me about Ginger, hon?
Because there's this reporter who was asking questions about the police department 15 years ago, around the same time Bunny got killed. He committed suicide, apparently. I don't know exactly. I haven't had time to research all the details. I'm working on it. But apparently, he was asking questions about this employee of the Beresfords who worked at the factory. I told you it gets complicated, but this employee, this bookkeeper, a man named Ralph Burbank, dies under mysterious circumstances. Found dead at the bottom of a staircase, his head cracked open, drunk, supposedly, but no alcohol in his blood. The police don't seem interested in investigating this death, okay? Then, a little while later, when this reporter starts asking questions, the reporter ends up dead too. Also, mysterious circumstances. Well, one of the people this reporter questions, Ginger Loving, because she's working at the police department here in Montgomery, as you say, in admin. And then about the same time, Ginger's niece, Bunny, ends up dead too.
You think there's a connection?
I have no idea. It could be, or it could be nothing more than a coincidence. I'm just trying to sort it all out.
Well, I don't know what I can tell you. I didn't really know Ginger. Hardly at all.
You know where I can find her? I don't see any record of her here in Montgomery. As far as I can see, there's no death records, nothing.
Mexico?
What?
She moved in Mexico, I think. Or maybe Guatemala? Where's Guadalajara? I want to say it was there. That name sticks in my head. Guadalajara. I don't know why I'd know it if it wasn't that. I've never been to Mexico or Guatemala myself.
When was this?
I don't know. Long time ago. Maybe 15 years.
So about the same time.
Yeah, about that. Haven't seen her or heard from her since. Not even for Daddy's funeral.
So maybe she's not alive anymore herself.
Who knows? Oh, shit.
Nobody but you, buddy. Nobody but you. I don't know, Cat. You got yourself a fine woman in Janine. Chris don't show me any of the same respect. You getting yourself ready? Let's get it going, Cat. You know how the place gets Friday nights. Jane, getting yourself ready?
You're fucking kidding
5
me.
minutes, hon. I already got my makeup on. I just need
What the fuck is he doing here in my house again, huh? Hey, you, buddy, what the fuck?
Just asking a couple of questions.
We was finished, weren't we?
Goddamn right you're finished. What'd you say your name was again, buddy?
Paul? Paul Warren?
You listen up, Paul. I see you in my house again, I'm gonna fuck you up, understand?
Hun, it wasn't nothing.
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry. I just had a few questions to ask your wife.
Out. Get the fuck out. You come back, and I'm gonna fuck you up.
Holy shit. What a fucking...
Hi there.
Hey, what can I do for you? You have a reservation?
I'm meeting someone here. Yeah, a reservation. In my name.
Mm-hmm. What's the name?
Drake. Neil Drake.
Ah, yeah. 7:30. She's here already.
Really? Am I late?
No. She's early. Follow me. Can I get you a drink?
Yeah. Gin. Gin and tonic.
Any special gin?
Doesn't matter.
Over there.
I don't know. It's the first time we're...
Right there. In the corner.
Oh, right. Gotcha.
Okay, I'll have someone bring you your drink.
Great. Thanks. Wish me luck.
Sure, yeah. Good luck.
Hey, Ginger? Ginger Lovin'.
Neil?
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, you're cuter than I thought. How old are you?
What, are we in grade school now? I'm 28. I could ask you the same thing.
28? A baby?
I've got a baby, tell you the truth.
Sit down.
Thanks.
So you've got kids already? At 28? Really?
Yeah, a daughter, Margot. She's 2.
So you're married then?
No,
Divorced?
not exactly. My girlfriend left me. Tell you the truth, left me with the kid last year, about this time.
You're kidding. Where'd she go?
Who's to say? Away, in the middle of the night. She didn't leave a forwarding address.
Maybe you don't want to hear it, but that's one of my own fantasies.
To leave your husband?
I'm not married. Never was.
Congratulations.
Just to leave, to get up one day and just disappear.
So, never married.
Yeah, I used to think I was missing out. Now I'm pretty sure I lucked out.
So what's to keep you here then? Why not just up and go if that's what you want to do?
Money, I guess. Same as everyone. I'd go, but I wouldn't get very far, not without a bit of money.
Tell me about it.
Aw, I was kind of hoping you might turn out to be my ticket out of here.
Me? What gave you that idea?
I don't know, honey. Your voice? You sounded all mysterious. On the phone, like you knew something no one else knew.
Gin and tonic?
Oh, here, thanks. You want something else, Ginger?
Another Cosmo.
And another Cosmopolitan for the lady.
Sure. Separate checks?
No, thanks. You can put it all on one. Give it to me.
But we're not leaving yet.
No, we're not leaving yet.
Just asking. Another Cosmo, sure.
Were you waiting long?
I got here early. I was thirsty.
Sure. I don't blame you. Must be hard work working for the department. For Captain Purser in particular.
What do you know about Purser?
Not so much. That's what I thought I'd ask you about.
Is that what this is about?
Yeah. I'm trying to connect a few dots. I thought maybe you could help me.
Honey, baby, 28-year-old baby. What makes you think I'm not one of the dots myself?
You don't even know what I'm looking for yet.
Don't I?
Do you?
Drink up first.
Huh?
You haven't even touched your drink. Drink up. You've got some work to do, catching up to me. And the night is young. You want me to answer any of your questions? You've got to get to know me first. I mean, we only just met, right? We're strangers. Little Neil Drake. Strangers. You want to ask me something? You're going to have to show me a little something of yourself.
Paul?
Molly, hey.
What's up? Are you still in Montgomery? I thought you were coming back here.
Did you listen to the recordings?
Not all of them, no. Aren't you coming back up here?
Ah, Ma, why not? Which ones have you listened to?
I don't know. Let's see. The last one was the tape of, what's his name? Neil Drake, at the bar with Ginger. Ginger loving Bunny's aunt, having cocktails.
You didn't listen to the next one?
Not yet. Should I?
Listen to it.
I'm sort of confused by the whole thing, Paul, to tell you the truth.
Confused?
I mean, I'm not sure what this has to do with Bunny's murder.
We're just following a trail here, Mal.
Leading us where?
I don't know yet.
Which is why I'm confused.
Just listen to the tape, okay? There's gonna be a connection between the two murders. Ralph Burbank's and Bunny's. Just listen to the tape. We're on to something, I know it.
Okay, I'll listen. But I thought you were coming back up here.
I am.
When? I mean, the 1,000 we gave you must be long gone by now.
No kidding.
So come home.
I will.
Now.
Listen to the tape, okay? Listen to the tape.
I was wondering when you'd open your eyes.
Ginger, hard to sleep when someone next to you is smoking.
Poor little baby Neil. You don't like smoke? Here.
You're cruel. You know that?
That's not what you said last night. You want a drag?
Thanks. Jesus.
That was some night last night.
My head hurts, and it's hot as hell in here, like a swamp. Is that thing even working?
Poor little baby Neil.
So you keep saying. Here.
Thanks. So what's this all about then, little baby Neil?
Hmm?
Come on, babe. I might be blonde, but I'm not stupid. I'm not blind.
I never thought you were.
I don't figure you followed me home last night because you fell in love with me.
You don't give yourself enough credit.
You were inside me, coming, and you were practically shouting Captain Purser's name.
Ralph Burbank. Does that name mean anything to you? His death was ruled an accident. He fell down the stairs from the overpass.
You don't have to tell me.
No?
No. I know all about it.
The thing is, I don't think it was an accident.
You don't?
No, I don't.
Well, it was no accident. He worked for the Beresfords, if that's what you mean.
What are you getting at? What do the Beresfords have to do with his death?
With his death, I don't know. With the investigation, though, with Purser, that's another story.
What are you saying exactly?
Hey, what's that?
What's what?
That thing, it's turning. It's on.
What thing?
Over there on the chair next to your jacket, that thing. It's a tape recorder, isn't it? You're fucking kidding me. A fucking voice-activated tape recorder? You're recording this?
I'm a reporter.
Turn it off. Turn it the fuck off now.
What are you getting at? What do the Beresfords have to do with his death?
With his death, I don't know. With the investigation, though, with Purser, that's another story.
Was written, directed, and produced by Craig Larsen. Sound design, audio editing, and music composition was provided by Josh Allen. Theme music was composed by Anthony David Cousins. Drugs was composed and performed by Tim Harper. Other music was licensed through Audio Network. Cast in alphabetical order included Skylar, Natasha-Dawn Bignell, Willie Billingsley, Marcus Bobesich, Kyle Colton, Aubrey DiVincenzo, Derrell Doss, John Egbert, Kate Gill, Tim Harper, Parker Hughes, Brian Larsen, Laura Lofland, Amy Margolis, Shaunte Monet, Jontae Patterson, Sam Rhodes, Robert Solis, Rob Stoller, Sophia Strother-Lewis, Megan Tusing, and Andrew Winson.
you.